All right, gentlemen, all right, kings, welcome back. So, we're going to take a look at some videos from the good people at Modern Women Archives about women, single women, having struggles in the dating realm, as if having a buffet, an infinite amount of options, is supposed to solve their problem. Well, if I have 1,000 men at the beck and call of my little phone, why can't I find a man? Well, let's see what these strong and independent women don't need no man kind of women have to say, and how it's our fault.
I feel like there's a lot, like, I've met a lot of, I have a lot of single girlfriends, okay? And, like, they are so amazing, and, like, they're these empowered, beautiful women that are just, like, they have so much to offer. Men out here are doing the absolute bare minimum, and they're so lazy at trying to, like, just understand and get to know these women.
Okay, here's the problem with this. Men put in the bare effort. Men put in the bare minimum effort when that bare minimum effort gets rewarded. So, whatever, ladies, the price for admission for a guy, whatever threshold he had to do for the first time is the standard you set. So, if he had to put on 3 amazing dates, fun activities, and then you finally give him the bedroom access, that was the minimum. You showed him, I require this to get the bedroom. But if all I had to do was rub your butt and buy you street tacos at 2 in the morning, and you gave me that, and you gave me the bedroom for this effort, you didn't require this. You required this. And it's not like if I do this effort, all of a sudden it's going to be like, 10-star coochie. It's not going to be like the professional videos. No, it's going to be the same quality no matter how much effort I put in. So why should I put in more effort for the same product? It's like, ladies, you are your own worst enemy when it comes to this.
Like, for men out there, like, a successful, educated, like, independent, badass woman, like, why aren't you wifing them up? Like, what is
Yes, gentlemen, please wife these women up so they can then take half of your everything.
your deal? Why do you feel like you're insecure and you can't, like, what is, like, because that's what my ex said to me. He was like, I'm not good enough for you, like, all these things, da 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 da. I can't give you the things that you deserve. And it's like, why don't you just be better for me then?
Because I don't want to have to change for you. Now, I think her ex said that, it's like, wow, she's very much a pain in the ass. She wants the caviar lifestyle, and then I have a beer budget. And it's like, you know what? And it's not me, it's you. It's not that I can't provide. I just can't give you what you want. So he just let her down gently. That's at least that's the way I see it.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Something that no one really talks about in dating is how you feel absolutely ridiculous. Like you meet someone, you connect, and you start thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, like this could literally be it. Like, you know what, we connected, but then you also are like, I literally just met this person, right? Um, and so then you just kind of downplay it and you're like, oh my gosh, like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, we just met. But here's the thing, it's okay to be a little bit delusional and it's okay to be optimistic that, you know what, this very well could be your person. It could be, because we don't know. We don't know. And I know that, 9 times out of 10, every other time hasn't been it. But you know what, babe, this could be the time. And maybe it's not, and that's okay too. Just enjoy the experience, no expectations, but it's okay.
Yes, do you see, gentlemen? Did you hear that? Her little crotch goblin is in the background. Blah 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 blah. Don't you just want to? Doesn't that just want to make you sign up for dating a single mother? Ma'am, I know you're stressed out and financially struggling. I got you. Hell no. Because look at this. Look at her ring finger. Where's her ring at? Where's her husband at? Huh? Did she require a relationship before the bedroom? Do you think that she still had her flower on her wedding day? No. See, it's like, I know you've heard it before. It's like playing another man's saved video game. Like, it's already been set in its own way. And it's like, I don't want this. I want a fresh slate, clean slate. See, yes, she's not. Listen, she's got some nice legs. I'll give her that. Like, look at them legs. Face is okay, but she's got some nice legs. Now she'll be able to get some D, but she ain't gonna get a ring. And it's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, but if you have a child, if you have a young child, dating's over for you. Wait till that kid's in high school, or that kid is more independent and doesn't rely on you nearly as much as that kid needs to, and then maybe go out and date. But I don't get it. Why do these single mothers think like, oh well, I have a child, therefore that raises my value. Having a child might raise your value to other women, like like your friends might go, oh man, my goodness, you have a kid and I want a kid and the kid's so cute and blah 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 blah. Some guy off a dating app or at the gym's gonna look at your little rugrat as like, look at that, look at that expense. I just see dollar signs every time. Dollar, you know, school, swimming lessons, soccer practice. Nope, 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 nope. And to me, it's so annoying when a single mother, you're interacting with a single mother, and it's like, oh my God, little Susie's dance recital, little Jimmy's soccer practice. I don't care. Keep your kids to yourself. Just because you love your kids doesn't mean the rest of us need to, okay? It just pisses me off when you hear these women just talk about their kids. Like, oh, good Lord. I don't want to hear about another man's nut nugget.
It's okay to be excited that you met someone and you connect and you enjoy each other's company. Just
Sounds like a
don't
little
be so
demon.
hard on yourself. Enjoy the experience.
No thanks.
Men really be out here having the audacity. Let me tell you about the date that I went on last night.
Tell me.
Now, I really don't go on a lot of dates because, first of all, I'm super fucking busy. And the majority of the time when I go on dates, it ends up being disappointing for me every time. It's not necessarily their fault. I just don't feel it. Like, I know exactly what I'm looking for. And also, I can't remember the last time I was attracted to someone, like interested in someone. It doesn't happen often for me, which is a shame.
And see, it's not that she's not attracted to someone. It's like, I'm just not attracted to average Joe Schmo. A guy who's a 5 or a 6, maybe a 7, but she wants 8, 9s, and 10s. She wants the high class lifestyle. And it's like, and these guys might be great guys. Maybe they're not the tallest. Maybe they're not the most attractive. But, did you give them a chance to learn their personality? Maybe they're really funny. Maybe they were nervous on the first date and they're a little shy and a little reserved. But no, you want Chad Thunderstroke, 6'4" lawyer doctor to come in and whip it out like, I'm going to treat you like shit because I'm a bad boy. And you're like, oh my God, Chad Thunderstroke and Tyrone and Abdul and whatever else is out there. And, granted, she's got the glasses on, the big old bug-eyed glasses, so you can't really see her face. I mean, Luke is talking. But she seems relatively attractive. Nice fair skin. Now, could be all like foundation and whatnot, but, was it like, oh, I didn't feel the sparks right away and just kick him to the curb? I mean, did you give it an honest go? Did you give it an honest try? Or was like, oh, I'm not wet. Goodbye.
But so that means going on dates is a waste of my time usually. But I try to go on them because I'm also a logical person and I know that you have to put yourself out there. Now, from the bat, this date I was not feeling good about it. He has like a training that he does pretty much every night that ends at 10. So when we were trying to set up this date, he kept being like, oh, I can meet you at 10. And I was like, what? Like, do you hear yourself? Like, I'm in bed at 11. Like, no, I'm not meeting you at 10. Like, what the fuck, on a Tuesday? No. Then we finally find a time to meet, which was yesterday. And when we're trying to figure out where to go, he tells me that he doesn't live in Paris. He lives south of Paris. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, so maybe we can find a spot in the middle. And I'm like, yeah, that works. And I'm like, well, I'm really busy today. Like, do you know of a place that would work in between? He's like, yeah. Sends me a place, and I put it in Google Maps to see how in between it is. It's 40 minutes for me, 16 for him. Like, you selfish motherfucker. So I literally messaged him, and I was like,
See, and this is the problem with the dating apps. Back in my day, before dating apps were really a thing, you had to, I don't know, meet people in person. People that you went to school with, people that were friends of the family, and oh, hey, I got this coworker I could set you up with, and blah 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 blah. And people met in person because they were in the vicinity of one another. Now I could swipe on my phone and I could meet people 5 states away and 6 cities over. People I would never meet in person. And now it's, well, we're both an hour away from each other. Let's try to find something in the middle. Oh, there's nothing really in the middle. Well, it's going to be a tug and pull. One of us is going to be closer than the other, and it's just, this is why you have an infinite amount of options, but it's also an infinite amount of shit. It's not that's Jessica and that's Amber and that's Sasha, or hey, Kevin and Juan and Eddie and all this stuff. No, it's just like next. Okay, kind of cute. Next. Oh, cute dog. Next. It's you are inundated with so many options that you don't get to learn to appreciate a person. See, this is why the dating apps just need to go away. And this is why people need to really vote with their wallet. Because there's a thing like, if you're not satisfied with something, the way to make these companies learn is to not buy their product. Vote with your wallet. You need to vote with your digital wallet. You need to vote with your time. Get off the dating apps. And you know what? Maybe they'll disappear. But no. Because I remember a day, back in my day, this is how old I am, when you met someone online, it looked like, what? You met someone on the internet? What's wrong with you? Nowadays, it's like if you meet someone in person, it's like, what? How could you meet someone in person? It's always online now. Like it went the opposite direction. Just, I don't know. Sometimes the older ways are the best ways. Not to say that dating apps aren't kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm kind of old school like that.
15 minutes pour moi, 16 pour toi? No. And he's like, oh, sorry, do you know of a better place? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll just go find the place, even though that was your job. Fine. So then I found a place that's actually in the middle for us, which wasn't that hard. And here's where it gets great. 30 minutes before we're supposed to meet, this motherfucker sends me this text message. For those who don't speak French, I'll translate. He basically is saying, hey, do you think you can send me a couple photos of yourself here on WhatsApp? Sorry to ask, it's just that I've had some bad surprises when I've met up with people and I don't want us to waste time. To which I reply, oh, what? First of all, there's photos of me on Bumble. Second of all, even if you feel that way, because if you really want to compare who's been more disappointed, I guarantee you I've been more disappointed than you have. Even when I want to ask those questions, even if I want to say to you, send me a picture of yourself standing next to a measuring tape against the wall so we can see if you're actually the height that you say you are, because spoiler alert.
All right, send a picture of you staying on a scale so you're the weight that you claim to be.
He wasn't. I don't say those things even though I want.
Or just like,
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. Whoopsie.
I don't say those things even though I want to, because I know that saying something like that puts the tone of the date in a bad way, an uneven playing field. That person's now going to enter the date feeling like self-conscious. It's a dick thing to say. But on top of this, I look exactly like my Bumble photos. I've actually had a lot of guys tell me that I look better in real life than I do in my photos. So actually they're like happily surprised when they meet me. I don't know. But I was laughing about this as if he thinks he's going to be the one disappointed after this date. Like, bro, be fucking for real. So I didn't send them. He was then 30 minutes late to the date. The date was fine. It's not good, not bad, but he said he was 1.80 m and he's literally not 1 centimeter above 1.73 m. Go figure. Anyways, I'm still single in case you're wondering. Promise you, it's not my fault. It's not me.
Hey, yeah, it is you.
Oh, it's not my fault that I keep rejecting these men. Why? It's not my fault I'm single, even though I look at dating as a chore and I'm so busy, I'm so annoyed, and these dates never go anywhere because I don't give these guys an opportunity to get to know them. But it's not my fault. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. See, this is why the older I get, the more I just want to be left alone. I did the dating apps, God, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. And one of the questions was, oh, do you have an iPhone? I said, no, I have at the time it was like a Samsung J7 Prime. That's how long ago this was. And she's like, oh, I like people with the iPhone. I was like, what difference? Like, I didn't know the difference. Like, as long as I can text and get directions, what difference it makes? Oh, well, iPhones and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I don't live on my phone. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, who cares? It's a status symbol. As long as I can call, text, and get emails and directions, who cares? But see, this is why it's gonna get so much worse. It's gonna just get so much worse. And with inflation being the way it is, why would anyone want to go on a date? This is why I really think dating is going to crash as inflation rises, and guys are going to start seeing, I'm not tall enough, I'm not athletic enough, I got enough sausage in the pants for these women. I'm just going to go get professionals. I'm going to go rent some love. I'm going to get in, get off, and then get out, and then get on with the rest of my day. I'm going to go home after going to the massage parlor for half an hour, get what I want, and then you know what? I'm back home and I'm playing video games. Or I'm making YouTube videos, or I'm making donations to the Goodwill, or whatever it is, or hanging out with your friends and enjoying your hobbies and enjoying your life. Or maybe you just might, I'm just going to concentrate on work, get some more hours in, try to concentrate on that promotion, get that raise, whatever it is. And I think women are going to start struggling, going, men are ignoring us. I mean, I have this list of expectations because no man measures up to my expectations. And you know what this is? This is when they are at the dinner table. It's like, oh, hey, Sandra, why are you still single? Well, because, no one can measure up to my expectations. They probably think, oh, maybe she's just dating a bunch of bums. No, she's passing on a bunch of good dudes, but she's so delusional and she thinks she's worth it because since a bunch of guys like her on social media, a bunch of guys like her on the dating apps, therefore my value went from here to here. So now I'm entitled to this kind of man, not knowing this gap is nothing but simps. I mean, this is why guys just need to rein in their attention from these women, because you give them such an inflated sense of ego and entitlement, and they don't look at each other like, well, I'm a 6 and I deserve a 5, 6 to 7. No, they think I'm a 6, but I'm a queen because I got 1,000 likes, because my butt cheeks be hanging out. So therefore, I deserve a 10 out of 10 man. It's just, and a 10 out of 10 man will sleep with you, but he will not girlfriend you. He will not wife you. He will not pregnate you. He will just pump and dump and then on to the next. And then you'll be left wondering, like, but my girly bits. You are not the one. You're just another one. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. And as always, take care and take it easy.